Welcome to the 9 O'Clock Players Costumerie. This is a place where imagination is at its utmost and all kinds of stories come to life by dressing up people. Once you put on a costume, you become that character, and it's a very important part of the theater production. My name is Judy Claverie, and I've been a member of the 9 O'Clock Players for 25 years. I've been in 48 productions. The way it works is you get a production meeting with your director. Every director has his own vision or her own vision, and the set designer. And all of that comes together with the costumes to present an amazing story to the public. And we do that for thousands of children. It's an amazing process. So the costumerie has been around for almost 90 years. So some of these costumes are very old. But there's an awful lot of new ones too. And people donate all the time, and so we get beautiful things. Of course, sewing is a huge part of the costumer's trade. And sometimes we make things from scratch, and sometimes we just have to spruce up things and make them more strong so that the actors can take them on and off easily. And in this case, there's a lot of Velcro on this one, and the hem has come out. Sometimes there's a scene where there's backup singers, and I have to make 5 of one particular costume. In one show, I made 5 kitties, and the costume had to be big enough, but not look too big, to go over their other costumes because they had a quick change. So they'd go off stage and come back and put on these cute costumes and their kitty ears, and all of a sudden they were backup dancers. So that's a very important part. I love to make things from scratch. The creative process is so important. It's very fulfilling when you get something done and then you see it on stage. In this case, this was the prince's, one of the prince's costumes, where I had to make armor that went over the top even when he was in the battle scene. But it turned out absolutely beautiful and reads beautifully on stage. I've made lots of animals, rabbits, bear, a teddy bear. I've made cloaks. One of the very important jobs of a costumer is to make sure that everything's running for the whole show. We do 28 shows, which is a lot of shows, and costumes take wear and tear. The actors have to take them on and off very fast. Sometimes your biggest job after you've got the whole show costumed is Velcro. You might need to put it on a blouse so that it can come off and go on easier. But it's hems. A button might need to be put on. A sleeve gets torn and it has to be hand sewn. There's a lot of hand sewing done once the show is on its feet. I'm going to focus on a couple shows today for you. One of them is Beauty and the Beast. Now, I was privileged enough to be the Beast the last 2 times we did the production. And this last time, you can see I had horns. Isn't this an amazing mask? And I had great makeup. You wouldn't have recognized me at all. And I had to get my voice way down low. Lady, may I have the honor of the next waltz? This is Beauty's wig, and she wore this gorgeous dress. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, listen to the melody.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, listen to the melody.
There had to be 2 coats because there's a prince and a beast. And the beast and the prince change places, but there's not time for one person to be both parts. So it's the prince is one part and the beast is another part. And I came on as the beast, and so I had to have the same coat.
I'm a prince.
He's a prince.
I'm a prince.
He's a prince.
I'm
He's
a
a prince. He's a prince. He's a prince.
This is the magic mirror. The magic mirror was worn with a lady all dressed in silver, and this is the mirror that Beauty looked into to see her family back on the farm. And it just sparkles. It lights up, and it's just an amazing piece. Alice in Wonderland is very special to me because it's the second show and I got to be Alice in this costume. Went through the chair. Oh, very exciting. Down the rabbit hole. Wonderful. This last Alice, to see the difference in people and how costumes have to change, the next Alice was this tiny little person. And this is what the director had in mind. The director has a vision, and the costumer is at the behest of the director. And then I was the Red Queen, off with their heads. And then this is the costume that I made for the Mad Hatter. Everything kind of crazy, and I had crazy green striped socks and the hat. Yes, I made the hat. One of the things I'm very proud of is the Cheshire Cat. The director said to me, I want it to be a big head. And so I made a romper, and you can see the romper here in the bag. And she was adorable. Just adorable. And her blouse, instead of wearing a heavy fur, I got her a lightweight blouse and sewed the fur on the sleeves.
There is always something to smile about, even in the darkest gloom.
Oops, I think I see some more silliness headed my way. Hello, Puss.
I am a Cheshire Cat.
Many years ago, a wonderful 9 o'clock player named Fluff designed this amazing caterpillar costume. It was a 3-person costume, but the 2 parts in the back and the one lady had to wear the tail were very difficult, and you could barely see out of them. They had to look like you couldn't see out of them, and the actors really struggled. And I hired an engineer, and he went ahead and used bar stools and engineered them with wheels, and the way he configured the legs so that when the person in the front moved, that the caterpillar followed behind very easily. It's over 10 feet long.
Hello. Who are you, little one?
I hardly know, ma'am. At least I know who I was this morning, but now I'm not so sure.
Like with the caterpillar, I wanted as much jewelry as possible and darker makeup and big glasses, and I wanted her larger than life. The bigger, the funnier, the louder, the better for the kids.
The next show we're highlighting is Scrooge, and that was a lot of fun because of the ghosts. Lots of ghosts. This particular ghost was Marley, the partner that comes back to haunt Scrooge, and it's all black light. So when it came out, it had 2 people on either side with all of the things from his past on chains. Very gruesome, and the kids would scream, and it was great. I can't try the costume on because she was very tiny. But this went under her chin. I can't even get it under my chin. This was under her chin, and she just came out with her hands out kind of like a zombie and had this fabulous costume on with the green, and it's all got black light marks on it. So when the lights hit it, it was really very scary. And
Who are you?
in Scrooge, I got to be Mr. Fezziwig. And I had just lost a whole lot of weight, and it was pretty funny because Mr. Fezziwig was quite plump, so I had to wear a fat suit, if that isn't the irony of theater. But I did it. I didn't care. It was fun.